All right. Good morning, everyone. I'm Felicia Harris Russell, and welcome back to Daily Devotionals. Today's title is Bitter Roots Produce Bitter Fruit. Our core scripture is found in Hebrews chapter 12, verse 15, and it reads, See to it that no one fails to obtain the grace of God, that no root of bitterness springs up and causes trouble, and by it many become defiled. Mm. See to it that no one fails to obtain the grace of God, that no root of bitterness springs up and causes trouble, and by it many become defiled. Family, we cannot afford to allow bitterness to fester in our hearts and souls because it causes trouble. Bitterness can always be traced back to some form of hurt, disappointment, or unmet expectation. We can be bitter with family members. We can be bitter with a church. We can be bitter with coworkers. And yes, we can even be bitter with God. I, for myself, have experienced that. I'm a walking testimony. I was bitter with God at one point in my life. I was like, I didn't ask for all this. I didn't ask for all this. And I was mad. And I'm telling you, I was not studying God for a couple years. And I'm so glad I came back to my senses. So, yeah, we can become bitter with God and turn away from Him. Yes, okay. Now, bitterness is definitely a blessing blocker. And it defiles, as the word says, many, because it will contaminate everything we are connected to: our family, relationships, our friendships, our church, our jobs. Yes, it can be very difficult to get along with a bitter person, a person who has a root of bitterness. And if that root is deep, you know how you have certain trees and certain roots are shallow and other roots, man, they go down like 30 feet deep roots. Woo, it can be very difficult to get along with a bitter person who has that root of bitterness that grows deep. Sometimes it's like they're angry with the world and they take it out on everybody. You know, bitterness is very costly because it will cost you. It will cost you your physical well-being. We all know the detriments that stress and negative emotions can have on our bodies. That's just scientifically proven. It costs you in relationships. It can cost you jobs. It can cost you all types of things, right? So bitterness has to go. It's time, if you have a root of bitterness, it's time to serve an eviction notice on bitterness today. Yes, pray and release it to Jesus. Ask for forgiveness for allowing it to take root in your heart. And ask God to heal you, to heal your heart. And as He heals you, seek healing with other parties that may be involved, that may be relationships you've lost or relationships that have been strained, for example, because of that bitter root that was in your heart. Maybe if the person who wounded or disappointed you, the reason why you became bitter is no longer around. You know, some people find it therapeutic and helpful to write a letter to them, even if they're no longer around. They'll write a letter and mail it to them as a symbolic gesture of releasing the bitterness, the hurt, and the pain, right? Or write it and burn the letter. Sometimes people will get a helium balloon and write those issues on a balloon and release the balloon as a symbolic gesture that I forgive this person. You know, I forgive you. I'm releasing this bitterness because it's costing too much. It's weighing me down too much and it is not producing any good in my life. And I choose to evict you today. I'm releasing you today. And as you balloon fly away, so does this bitterness. It's gone from me, right? So, family, your heart is too precious. You are too precious. Your life is too precious. Your destiny is too precious to allow bitterness to ruin and block all the good God has planned and purposed for your life. You deserve and are worthy of better. Jesus died for you to have the best. So, thank you for joining me today. my forgiving, bitter-free warriors. I love you, and I'll see you on tomorrow. God bless you.